I absolutely love the Teenage Engineering pocket operators. They're simple to get the hang of, yet deceptively deep and feature-rich. Perfect for beginners and for experts, they are one of the fastest and most portable ways to get a good jam session in just about anywhere. However, due to their exposed circuitry and somewhat flimsy design, they are quite prone to damage, as I found out the hard way. Sure, there are some cases out there, but most of them cost between $30 and $40 US and still don't provide full protection while traveling with your pocket operators. The Analog Cases Glide Case for pocket operators hopes to change that. Will this case protect your powerful pocket percussion? Or will it deliver your PO33 a KO? Let's find out. Welcome to my review of the Analog Cases Glide Case for Teenage Engineering's pocket operators. Before we begin, if you do end up finding this video helpful, please do me a favor by clicking that like button, as well as subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet done so already. I do upload a new video every single day, and you can get notified whenever I upload if you click that little bell icon. Now, it should be noted that while Analog Cases did provide me this case for review, all thoughts and opinions expressed in this video are mine and mine alone. Here at Freebeat, a good review cannot be bought nor bribed, it must be earned. Let's get started. Alrighty, talking specs, this case is 10.5 inches wide, or 266 millimeters. It's 7 inches long, or 177 millimeters. It's about 1.5 inches tall, or approximately 38 millimeters. When it's completely empty, it weighs 7.9 ounces, which is about 223 grams. And when it has 3 pocket operators inside, when it's completely full, it weighs 15.5 ounces, or 440 grams. The case can fit up to 3 pocket operators at a time with this rigid foam insert. Also included is this small pouch with a mesh guard for the storing of cables and other small accessories. The case retails on the Analog Cases website for $39. When it comes to materials, everything about this case oozes quality. The case is primarily made of a molded foam that actually gets harder over time. Indeed, in the almost 2 months that I've had this case, I've noticed the foam shell increasing in rigidity. The hinge of the case is reinforced on both the inside and out, which is great for me as I tend to wear through hinges on cases like this quite often. The inside of the case is lined with a very soft, felt-like material that, just like the other Glide cases, helps provide a premium feel. A little but welcome touch, the zipper on this case is very heavy duty and does not show any signs of wear, even after 2 months of solid use. So we know that the case itself is quality, but how does it actually function? The solid foam insert is designed to perfectly fit up to 3 pocket operators. Analog Cases also states that this case will fit pocket operators that are already in one of the Teenage Engineering Pro PO cases as well, which is great news. By extension, this means that any slim profile third-party pocket operator case should fit. Now, I don't own any of those, so don't hold me to it, but common sense and logic would say that if the Teenage Engineering ones fit, then a similar sized third-party one should fit too. To store your pocket operator, you simply wedge it into one of these 3 openings, like so. The rigidity of the foam will hold it in place with no problem. I was skeptical of this method at first, but after 2 months, the case still works just as well as it did on day 1. Once the case is zipped shut, there's virtually no discernible play in the fit of the pocket operators. As you can see here, I like to test this quite vigorously. Speaking of testing, I really put this case through its paces. Every time I had to leave the house, whether it be the grocery store, the gas station, or my buddy's house for working on the Halloween concert, I just realized those are the only 3 places I've been in the past 6 months, I'd toss a few POs in here and just chuck this in the car. I also own a broken pocket operator, so I was able to test a few more strenuous scenarios as well. I've come to the conclusion that as long as you don't put the case through any extreme circumstances, it'll protect your precious POs perfectly. Let's move on to downsides, of which there is only really one small issue. The other thing I have to say is more of a wish. Due to the design of pocket operators, when sealed in the case, the knobs are just a little too close to the top. I think that Analog Cases did their absolute best job with this issue. Again, it's just a native attribute of the pocket operators. Now, what this means is that while if dropped right side up, your POs are unlikely to sustain any damage. However, if dropped upside down, sat on, etc., there is a good chance that your knobs and possibly screens could still suffer a fatal blow. The wish I mentioned would be for Analog Cases to include a little zipper compartment somewhere up here with the other pouch. I often carry little adapters with me with my POs, and I find that they tend to rattle around the case if I'm not overly cautious during the transportation phase. Again, nowhere near a deal breaker, more of a request. It should also be noted that the top pouch will not fit something like a Korg Monotron or a Korg NTS1, but I do not believe that this pouch was designed for such items, and thus this will not be a detracting factor in my review. In conclusion, the Analog Cases glide case for pocket operators finally gives us a reliable solution for transporting our pocket operators, something that, in my opinion, no other case has done. The build quality is outstanding. It's obvious that both thought and care were put into its design. While I'd like to see a small zipper pouch for tiny accessories, and the top of the case won't protect from all damage, I do think that this is the best way to move your POs from point A to point B, or just to store them when not in use. This case is a must-buy for any pocket operator fan. Overall grade, A-. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, you can go ahead and help me out by hitting that like button. If not, of course, you can hit the dislike button. That's okay too. It doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me work that much harder next time. Either way though, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.